So today we're talking to Rebekah Shuman Baquiran, and she was the very first winner of the toilet paper wedding dress contest in 2005. And we're so happy to talk to her today and learn what she still thinks about the contest and how she felt at the time. And we can't wait to hear what she has to say.
So my wedding was coming up in 2005, and we were looking for ideas for DIY wedding everything, because we were broke college students. And we ran across the cheap chic wedding.
At the time, we
I'm
were called cheap chic weddings. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm not sure what you are now, but at that time, that's the website that we ran across and had a great time. I said, "Oh yeah, I could do that. That's fine." But that was basically where it all started. But it was based off of the wedding dress that I had picked out for myself, actually.
Wow.
Um, so it was kind of inspired by real life, so it was a little easier to get a concept of how it worked together. But it was also unique in its own way.
Wow. I have to add to that you were the first, and when we first saw your dress, we truly did not know what people could do. So you really started pretty much how everyone has made them afterwards, I think.
Oh,
Well,
I
so
do.
basically what we expected was like the toilet paper bridal shower game kind of dress.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
A little better, we were hoping a little better.
and when we got your dress, we were like, whoa, like this is crazy. Really didn't expect. You set the bar high right off the start.
I'm
My words
I'm glad I
exactly.
could.
Awesome. So again, first in something, first in everything.
Well, my mother was actually a seamstress. And so when it came time to teach me, she taught my sister everything seamstress. I was not taught that. She did it to one child and that's it. So I kind of had to make up rules as I go along.
Laura
Yeah,
and I were raised the same way. We are second and third children, and our
exactly.
mother was a fabulous seamstress, and I can't still do any of it.
Yeah, if I put a patch on, I'm doing great.
Yes.
But it kind of felt good that initially the rules were just glue and tape and
Right.
no sewing, and
Right.
so I could deal with that because I didn't sew either.
I love it. So, okay, you've already answered our next question
Oh,
was
sorry.
no, that's okay, which was how you came up with the idea. So that's, a lot of people that have been in the contest over the 20 years they have different reasons and where they get inspiration. And I don't know that I ever remember someone actually modeling one after their own wedding dress. Do you, Laura?
Oh,
No, I
I
don't
don't.
think so.
So that's unique also.
you've had so many beautiful ones over the year. I'll admit, I stalk the contest every year. I look and see what new things have come, and it's grown so much. It's gorgeous. Like
Well, that
putting
was
my
our
old one against
question.
these. Oh
One
no,
of our questions was, have you been following what we're doing and how it's going? And you know,
yeah. I mean,
curious whether you were.
I I am not getting married again. So this is kind of I live vicariously through you guys.
Well, we've both been married a long time, so we aren't either. So there you go.
Well, also, I think when you entered, it was for like brides to be or brides. And of course, now the rules have evolved over the years, like you can
Oh,
set,
sure.
and it is open to anyone. So you are free to jump in at any time, even if you're not getting.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I will think about it when I am.
Invitation is still open.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Becca, did you encounter any challenges when you were making the dress?
Oh, sure. I think because my wedding dress that I wanted to emulate had colored embroidery, like multicolored flowers all over it. It was an Oleg Cassini dress that was gorgeous, and I loved it. I was so excited for color to be on a wedding dress that I had to find colored toilet paper, which is just about as hard as it is today to find colored toilet paper. Back then, but I was able to find at least two colors that worked. And initially it was just blue and orange or blue and peach. Um, After that, I was actually able to find pink and green when I had to recreate the dress later on. But
I think I remember a story.
yeah, it was just
that we heard from Ripley's. That
Yeah, exactly.
your future husband driving around all over your area looking for toilet paper.
Exactly the case.
Yeah.
God love him, but he scoured for colored toilet paper for the longest time period. He made it, and he was able to score some, but I think that was one of our biggest thing. The next one was just trying to figure out how to treat toilet paper as not just individual small strips, but to create more of a fabric with it.
Yes.
And that worked, but it made it really stiff with the glue. So it was more like a paper mache dress
Right.
than an
Right.
actual functioning dress.
Right. Well, you were able to wear it, and that's still a rule, and it worked.
Yeah,
Right?
it did. It was yeah, it was not the most comfortable thing. I can remember holding my arms up going, I want this off as fast as possible. Take the pictures. But that it worked.
So, what advice would you give someone who's interested in entering even today?
Oh, sure. Give yourself time. And try to use different techniques. Like honestly, if I could do this again, I'm more of a knitter or a crocheter. I would probably go down that route. And you've had some lovely dresses that had that technique used.
Yes.
But I would probably look into more of that because spinning a yarn out of the fabric was, or out of the toilet paper was kind of how I made the embellishments on my
Oh, so
dresses.
you did.
So
You incorporated that when you did the dress.
yeah, minorly, yes.
Okay.
I kind of thought that would be where I'd go next with something like that, but
Right.
it never materialized.
Again, there's still time.
Oh, well, thank you.
So when you won the contest, did it have any impact on your life, your social status, your career?
Well, in terms of
Political
social,
life.
I think my parents thought I was crazy
Mhm.
because we we went to go announce our engagement to my parents, and by then I'd already bought the dress. I had 1 year contest, and I brought both dresses. So I brought my dress to show my mother, and I brought your dress, and I said, "Look, I found my dress, and I bought it on eBay. It was a used dress." And I pulled out the toilet paper dress, and I said, "See, this is the one I bought." And her face just fell. She was so worried that I had gotten taken. She wasn't crying yet, but I had to stop her and say, no,
She was in
this was
panic.
$500. And then she said, "Wait, you paid 500?" I said, "No, I won $500, and this is the real dress." And then she was okay. But we had to kind of tease her with that, and then it was it was an
If only
interesting
we had the
experience.
videotape. I would love to have the videotape.
Oh, I wish I'd had that. That would have been
Right?
epic. My father stood over in the corner and just kind of grumped his way through it. I would have loved to see that again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next question. If your toilet paper dress were worn by a celebrity, who would you like to see wearing it and why?
Oh, I'll be honest. I don't even know of an answer that I could accept with that. It's I'd give it to somebody spunky, um, somebody who seemed colorful in life, but not over the top. It's kind of a traditional fancy dress, but at the same time has a little bit of attitude to it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think color at
Yeah,
the time, color on a dress wasn't a thing.
not terribly
Not a
so.
big thing, right? Like it wasn't super
Yeah.
and that's gone in and out, of course.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
I saw some beautiful ones just recently that I'd wear, but that they're not white at all. So maybe it's just a me thing.
yeah. Oh, I love it.
When you found out that you won, can you
Mhm.
describe how you felt?
Immensely relieved that I did not spend that many nights playing with toilet paper for nothing. I enjoyed the creative process so much. My work is in something entirely different from this. I am not artistic at all in my daily day-to-day work. And so
Right.
this was kind of a release for me to be able to create something that was that wild.
You need to tell everyone what you do for a living.
Oh, I'm an entomologist, and I work at the Field Museum in Chicago. So I play with bugs all day, and I work in the science database field it's really fun and I enjoy it. It's my passion, but it's very far removed from the toilet paper dress.
That makes you our only bug lady also.
I'm
The
sure
only
we are
bug
not terribly common.
I love it. Now, if you were to enter again,
Sure.
you could create a themed collection of dresses, or you make a themed collection of yourself, for yourself, of toilet paper dresses. What would your theme be?
Um, Kind of like I was saying before, more along the lines of a knitted or a crocheted line. I have two daughters, and one of them is really into pressing flowers. To kind of explore the layered look of pressed flowers within the toilet paper layers would be really fun to me.
Nice.
But I know it's kind of outside the realm of what would be allowed, but it would be beautiful.
Yeah.
I was gonna
You would have a
suggest,
whole thing of flowers. It would be cool.
yeah, that would be beautiful. I was gonna suggest maybe a bug theme, some ladybug. Yeah,
I think that would be beautiful too. I'd love to do that. I think I might go down the rabbit hole a little too hard, saying this is not scientifically accurate. But I think that would be absolutely gorgeous as well. Look out for butterflies.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. How would you describe your winning dress in 3 words?
Spunky, non-traditional, but still reserved. And that I think of that as more maybe more of a reflection of me and my feelings in that dress than the actual dress itself. It had scalloped edges that kind of were lacy to me, and I appreciated being able to kind of look back on that and say like, yeah, I did the best I could with what I had, but it still encapsulated a little bit of tradition in it, even though it was kind of wild.
Agree with that.
I would agree with that, definitely.
Definitely. What was the most surprising or unexpected thing you learned during the process of creating your dress?
I learned during the time that I was creating dresses to think a little bit outside the box, especially when it came to treating the toilet paper as more of a fabric. By moving it around, I could create layers that I didn't think were going to actually stick together terribly well. So I treated it so carefully. But that dress lasted for years before I had to get rid of it because of water damage.
Yeah. So following up on that, you did make a second dress.
I did, I did.
You
Right.
do know that.
Just like a couple months after I'd gotten rid of the original one, thinking, "Oh, I'll never need this." Ripley's, believe it or not, reached out to me and they wanted the dress. I said, "Oh no, I just tossed it." And they said, "Well, could you recreate it?" So I did, and that's when my husband went running around Chicago
Oh, that's okay. There you go.
trying to buy colored toilet paper because now this was what, a year out at least, maybe 2
Yeah, it should have
years.
been like 1 to 2 years after. Yeah.
Exactly. And so it was even harder to find the colored toilet paper. And so he did. And I did recreate it. And I had gained a little bit of weight, so I wouldn't have been able to fit the first one anyways.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we it worked out and it came out just as well as the first one. But with being able to recreate it, I could change a couple of things and actually make it so that instead of this train starting up by the knees, it started by the waist, so there was more support because I had started to rip. And so being able to revise it was actually quite a blessing to be able to see a little bit more structure to it. I enjoyed it very
It
much.
ended up at Ripley's. Is there anything else you want to add or say or?
Oh no, I'm just so excited to see you guys still going. Honestly, I like I'm not saying that all of us are getting old, but it's been quite a few years, and to see you guys still going so strong
Thank
is
you.
just amazing.
Thanks for doing this. We have
Really
a 9:06 and my
Oh,
timer's running out, so
Yeah, no worries. Thank you guys.
well,
thank
Have
you
good
so
luck with
much.
everything else, and
Thank
happy
you.
early anniversary.
Thank you.
And
Maybe we'll
thank you.
talk again before that, so
We talk at
Okay.
the same time all the time, so don't mind us. But
sorry about that. I'm all excited. Okay.
so yeah, well, thank you for kicking off the whole 20 years.
Oh, anytime. Thank you for having me.
Hey, take care.
All
Yeah,
right, you too.
yeah.
Thanks,
Talk
guys.
soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.